Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the new Gumshoos in the Great League here. This Pokemon is like rank close to rank 700 on PvPoke, so one of the lowest in the list. It has a horrible moveset, it has bad stats, but still was funny. And the thing is, I still went positive with this Pokemon. The thing is, of course, I have very overpowered other Pokemon in the team. That's gonna be most likely the theme of the season as well. I'm just gonna showcase cool Pokemon, but put some good stuff around it. So the thing is, like, I know this is now the season of Spice, like Zyonic said, or like in general, like more of a normal season where you don't have to care too much about Elo, but I still kind of want to win at least some games. Like for me, I at least want to show some cool wins with this, and I even went positive with rank 600 and I think 50 or something, on I think 685 Pokemon on from PvPoke. I didn't even know that we have more than 685 Pokemon in the game, or like forms in the game. But I guess the Gumshoos is one of the lowest in the list, but we still won some battles with this thing. The cool thing here is I have a fighter in the lead with a Medicham, which is going to be able to most likely bait out, for example, a ghost type. And depending on which ghost type comes in, I can go into my Gumshoos or into my Lickitung. Both of them resist like ghost type quick moves and have super effective like quick moves against them, and also the Gumshoos charged move against them. So pretty simple there. It's basically my OG rank, I think it was season 6 Medicham, Bastion and Lickitung team. Good old times. Which I think I was actually season 7. I don't know. But like one of those, I hit legend with this. Yet my opponent just got some free moves in there where I have no idea how, and I think that's actually cost me some. Because he got like one free Incinerate, I think, in there before. And he, again, like he's so fast with Incinerates and speed that it should not be like this. So I think this might have cost me the game as well. Which is cool, but depends on what he has in the back. Do we even see what he has in the back? He goes into the Venusaur. We have to farm down after this. I think I would have been able to win this, maybe. But it really depends. We won't be able to KO him here, and we only do this here as well because my opponent ran a Razor Leaf on the Venusaur. Very interesting. But yeah, I went 11 and 9 with this team. I played 4 sets with this team, and I actually had some cool games with the what's it called, Gumshoos. It's such a weird name. I don't know, like I didn't play this generation in English or anything like this. I still play this in German, so for me English names sometimes are a little bit of a problem because I don't know them all. Because I just played them in German, and like I didn't really play like the older generations. I just know because they're like longer there and I know all the English names for them. So here like it's sometimes a little bit more tricky for me, but there are a lot of people who didn't play Pokemon in general before Pokemon Go or like the main series games, like after like maybe the first one. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you're like one of them. Like, are you like one of those people who, oh look at this here, Bite just wrecked the 1 HP Pokemon there and we're just gonna go through the entire team. Are you like one of the people who started playing Pokemon again with Pokemon Go, or do you still play the main series game at this point? Like, let me know in the comments. Like for me, I had bigger break from Pokemon in general while we were in this game here. After Generation 5, Black and White, I didn't like the games really. Black and White 2 are one of the best games. Normal Black and White were kind of lackluster. And I sold all my old stuff, which was kind of sad because I was like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna do anything with Pokemon again. Here we are. And after like 3 years, I think I picked it back up, bought myself a new 3DS and played the X and the Y, which were out I think already like 1 year there. So yeah, I basically was my entire life in there, but I had like also a 3-year break. And basically Pokemon Go really got me back into the Pokemon franchise as well. So now we're here with an entire Pokemon channel. My opponent catches the move on Bastion here, and this was actually a smart play on my opponent's part, of course. Here I have to do some plays as well, because I need the kind of the charge move damage there, or like the charge move pressure still. I'm just gonna go for 1 body slam, which of course is double resisted while the other one would be neutral, but I wanted to keep the 1 body slam in the back, so maybe I can do something with this later on. And I have to let this go as well. And I have to hope that the Gumshoos can just farm everything down here. And Gumshoos is of course such a strong Pokemon. definitely invest in it. You see how strong it is, just destroys them all, bites them down. I actually didn't expect that this thing would do like that much here, but I take it. Thanks for this. Next up we have Galvantula. Galvantula is actually a Pokemon that is pretty difficult for this team to beat. Usually you run Bastion in the back with this team and then it's pretty easy, but with the Gumshoos it's just like you have nothing there. Also about Gumshoos, if you saw like the what's called the thumbnail for it, I said something about like Donald Trump or whatever. This Pokemon basically got introduced, actually like got announced at the same day as Trump's birthday back in the day, which was funny, which was already interesting. And of course, like if you look at it, it looks basically the same like him, which is funny. Like in terms of the hairstyle and like pose and whatever, it looks like you're literally like Donald Trump. So everybody in the community was like, oh, they literally made this because now it's like election in the USA. We have like Donald Trump's birthday today and we're just gonna announce this thing. Like they stated in like official interviews later on that this was not the case and this is not inspired by Donald Trump, but still it's just the lookalike of it. So it's kind of funny to see this Pokemon. I really like this Pokemon. In general, I think for me, even though I played the games for like my entire life, I kind of only really grew onto the Pokemon designs with Pokemon Go because you have them way more in different ways in front of you, not just like always on the battle screen. So yeah, I really enjoy the design nowadays of Pokemon way more than I did prior. For example, like Jumpluff recently, the C-Day, I didn't even know that this thing just spins around like on top like a helicopter. Such a cool Pokemon and such a cool design, but like you only really appreciate it if you see it in the new modern graphics, which you didn't do when you play like Generation 2 games or everything before Gen 5 or 6. Or Gen 6 mostly. I think Gen 6 was the one where they started doing 3D sprites and gave them animations, which of course is nowadays a little bit cooler. Here we can just farm all the way down. We see the Sudowoodo coming back in, and I kind of threw this game I think as well because I let my opponent get back switch advantage there, which really caught me off guard because now I actually make another mistake in this game. You're gonna see this as well. I can go for the Psychic. And I make a completely stupid mistake here, a completely unnecessary mistake. I'm just gonna try to get to the Psychic, but if I just went for the Ice Punch here, we see Peter here and lose the CMP, which is how it's supposed to be. If I just went for Ice Punch here, I could have just farmed him all the way down, but I was like, yeah, Donald Trump definitely gonna get to the crunch anyway, but he didn't. He was too weak. I mean, he's a little bit older already anyway, so it does make kind of sense. I don't know why, but Talonflame was everywhere. I don't know who made Talonflame all of a sudden popular again in the Great League meta. I had my teams with that before, but I haven't really seen them other people using. And with my team, I think I encountered 3 or 4 Talonflames, which was kind of crazy. Like the Talonflame plus Walrein core was very common, which I mean does make a lot of sense. Walrein is okay-ish against water type Pokemon, which the Talonflame doesn't want to see. Talonflame is good against fighting Pokemon, which the Walrein doesn't want to see. Both die to rock type Pokemon, which is usually I mean there's some in the meta. But yeah, I saw so many Talonflames. I have no idea why, but I take it. Here, let's the Psychic go through, and I can actually get to the last move. And can we win this game with our one-shielded... this doesn't look too good. Even though we have a shield Gumshoos against the Bastion, Bastion is just so tanky. It's funny that Donald Trump just goes against the wall Pokemon, but... yeah, the wall Pokemon doesn't collide here. We all collapse. We're gonna see him collapse there from the bite damage there. That was crazy. Donald Trump just bites through the Bastion and was a little bit underleveled Bastion, but still, like the actually CP in general don't say anything about a Pokemon, by the way. Like maybe in Mars League, even then they're like, it's more about the moves that it have and the actual IV and stat distribution there, because you see, for example, the Wobbuffet only gets to like 1200 CP, if even, and this Pokemon is still very viable, even though it uses like has 300 less CP than the rest of it, just because it's so bulky and has pretty decent moves with the counter and the return, that it kind of makes up for that. So yeah, here this was also a nice game. Here I basically hard counted my opponent, and we're gonna see this matchup. He actually does so much more damage than me. It's insane. I have super effective bite, and he has like normal fire spin. He does basically the same damage. But we get the defense drop here as well, which is beautiful. We can take one move here. He goes for the Shadowborn. We survive this, and we're gonna be able to win this matchup. And also this game, as my opponent can't do anything with his Machamp anymore. Good game there. We see the Mug in the lead, a lone Mug. Kind of difficult for this team again as well. I can just go for the Ice Punch here, but I know that my Donald Trump cannot deal with it in the back. I'm just gonna shield here and he Acid Sprays me. Maybe I shouldn't have shielded the first move. He goes into a Zoomer. I just gonna go for the Psychic to get him low enough that my Lickitung can KO him on one move. And at this point we are in an okay-ish spot again. We get the Zoomer out, which is always good, so I don't have to face it with Donald Trump. And we can just go for the Power Whip here, KOing this Zoomer. And we still have our Lickitung against this Mug. We can go for one Body Slam, get the shield. Can we actually get to another Body Slam? We can. Lickitung is just too bulky. And we have both shields down now. And I make a mistake here. If I just shielded this move, I might have been fine, but we will see. He has a Jellicent in the back there. I'm also not going to shield this because it's very unlikely that he has Ice Beam. Yeah. Maybe if I shielded there I would have also been fine. But who knows? Yeah, I would have been fine. And now we have a very low health Machamp. He already has the what's it called? Acid Spray. He can lower my defenses, and we're gonna only tie them this game, but it's fine. A tie is also okay. And here, what is this dude? I think it was this dude. No, never mind. There was like one dude that always shielded every Body Slam with his Crafty. I mean, using shield in earlier ranks or whatever, if you're not like that experienced, is of course something you should do anyway, but not against this Crafty. But this dude here didn't do it. Might have also I cut off the win that I had with this. I also like deleted some of the wins I had because I had just like 1 hour of footage, and usually I take around 40 minutes to like 38 minutes of footage and just speed it up to like a 15 to 60 minute video. But we see the Azumarill on the back, and there's not a lot we can do here anymore. I can just let this go. I know that this is not a Hydro Pump, it's only a play rough. We're gonna be able to survive this. We can go for the Hyper Fang here. Gonna do actually a pretty decent amount of damage there. We can go for the Psychic. Should be able to KO him, but my opponent still has a Ghost type against my Fighting type, and there's not a lot that I can do here, as well as he charges his energy a little bit faster, so my only play here, I cannot try to farm all the way down, which sadly didn't really work out, so good game there. Well played by my opponent. And yeah, into the next match we're gonna have the Machamp against Kaiwei Chang. Is of course a bad lead, but we have our Lickitung coming in clutch there. We can see the Azumarill coming in. I take this all day long. We have Power Whip for you. We can just Power Whip him away. And there's nothing he can do here anymore. There's no way he can real line switch. And we can just go for one Power Whip and KO him most likely. Or he shields, doesn't matter really. He shields, that's fine. I can now actually just go for my Body Slams, which should put him low enough for a farm down. So I can just go for that. And I think he let it go. He does, and it's already KOs him there. We see the Kaiwei Chang coming back in again. This thing is of course a little bit annoying and very bulky, but we can go into a Gumshoos and we can now hard counter our opponent. We would have lost this game easily if we didn't get the switch advantage back there. I don't know why he didn't go into the Ferrothorn against my Lickitung. This didn't really make sense, but maybe, I don't know, like he didn't even panic, like he stayed in for a longer time prior to this, so don't know what happened there. We have a Galvantula against us. This Galvantula gonna be always a problem, but like this he's already very low. Thank god the Psychic hit. We see the Stunfisk coming in. We can go for some nice Power Whips, which usually would do way more, but we're debuffed, so yeah. We had some lag there as well, which is of course always the best thing. That's what you want to see, but we're still gonna get to the move, so I can't really complain anyway. And we get one shield from my opponent. I can go into my Medicham. And I'm just gonna shield here as well. Hope it's an Earthquake. It's a Rock Slide bait. Good bait by my opponent. We're just gonna go straight for the Ice Punch. KOing him. And we're gonna see my opponent having a Politoed in the back. I have to play this very careful. It's gonna be a little bit of a tougher one. So we have to go for the Ice Punch here. And we have to swap perfectly into our Gumshoos. And we gonna be able to do this, but he goes for another move here now. Let's see what this gonna be. It's gonna be the Blizzard, which is not very cool. Can we get to the Ice Punch? We can. And does this win us the game? It does, because my opponent surrenders, because he didn't have a move stored and he was a 1 counter away from losing this game anyway, so good game there. We have the Lickitung against us in the lead, which is usually something that we can pretty easily beat with us, but we're just gonna swap out anyway now because we just got him low enough. I don't want to get damage on my own Machamp. He has his own Machamp in the back, which we can threaten with some nice body slams. We should also be able to get a shield, I think, but I'm not sure. We get a shield already. And now, because he went for this move here, I know that I can only get to 1 move, so I'm just gonna go for the Power Whip, just barely before I die. And this gonna put, like, the Power Whip does a little bit more damage than the Body Slam in the neutral scenario. I'm just gonna let this go, and we're gonna see him going for a Power Punch, so that was a nice play by me, but I think he wasn't at the move yet. And no, it's the Registeel against the Gumshoos. Who's gonna win this? We're just gonna shield here, we're gonna see how low we can get him. The Gumshoos gonna go for the Crunch. And this gonna put him below half health, but not really too threatening, so we're just gonna no, we don't shield it, we're just gonna let this go, and we can farm all the way down. He doesn't get to another move, and we can farm down the Lickitung. Thanks for watching. That's gonna be it for this video. Gumshoos is of course pretty trash, as most people expected, but it was fun to use, and we went positive with this. So up to the next review for one of the new Pokemon most likely. See you in the next video. Bye.